YouTube టెస్ట్ చేయండి. హరే కృష్ణ. భజ హో రే మనా శ్రీరంగనందన అభయ చరణార Hure mana Lilananda Abhaya Charanara Vrindare Hure mana Hure mana Lilananda Abhaya Charanara Vrindare Dulabha Manava Janama Satsange Dulabha Manava Janama Satsange Arohe Bhava Sindhu Karo he Bhava Sindhu Bhajahute mana Lilananda Abhaya Charanara Vrindare Sita Apata Bhagavati Sana Evidam Sami Jani Se Vipalas Evidam Krishna Jana Chapala Sarava Lage Bhajahute mana Lilananda Abhaya Charanara Vrindare Vedanayo Vana Puttapajidana Etike Kirtanati Kavaragara Jivana Ramana Sadhu Haripana Sadhu Mama Lilananda Abhaya Charanara Vrindare Shravana Kirtana Pujana Kijana Apani Sedana Govinda Sahabe Nate Sadhu Mana Lilananda Abhaya Charanara
श्री गोविंद दास कविराज गोस्वामी की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखामृतांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankaja Nabhaya Namah Pankaja Mahaline Namah Pankaja Netraya Namaste Pankaja Angre Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Gau Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mahaprabhu Kripa Prabhu ki Hukum karoti vachalam gum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwara. Again, yes. One more. Yeah, done. Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yat Smaret Pundarikakshah Sahabhya Abhyantaram Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Yeah, can everybody come a little forward? Yeah, thank you. Mataji is also, if you can come forward. There will be space for others who will come. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So here, in this beautiful bhajan that we sang, this was one of those bhajans we used to sing from the beginning satsang days, right? One of my favorite bhajans, one of the favorite bhajans of many devotees actually. Bhajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhay Charanara Vrindare. The entire Krishna conscious philosophy is Krishnadas, Govindas Kaviraj Goswami has just kept it in one bhajan. In 4 paragraphs, he told the problem, he told the process, and he told the conclusion also. Right? He starts with, "O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which makes one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons." So here is saying that if you have taken human birth, we should take association of saintly people. Very simple, right? And that will help us cross over the ocean of material existence. So there is a problem, there is a present and there is a solution. Now he is telling the reality. Both in the day and at night, I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of heat and cold, the wind and the rain, For a fraction of flickering happiness are uselessly served wicked and miserly men. Right? How many agree with this? Huh? The moment we read this, whom did you remember? All our previous bosses. No, actually, here that wicked and miserly men is not wickedly miserly men, it's mind, our own mind. Right? Whom we are serving? Our mind we are serving. Right? Helplessly we are serving. For a fraction of flickering happiness, I've uselessly served wicked and miserly men and mind also. My own mind I am serving. Helplessly. Whenever it throws the desires, I have to fulfill it. Otherwise, the way it will cry, we can't tolerate it. It will cry like that. Right? Biggest of the kings, biggest of the sages struggle with their mind. And Govindas Kaviraj Goswami starts with a prayer to the mind. Oh mind, just worship the lotus feet of Nanda. Right? If your mind is in control, then nobody can torture us. But the real person who is torturing us is the mind. Paragraph 3. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons, and family members? This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. Hare Krishna. न धनम न जनम न सुंदरिम कवितम वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद भक्ति रहोइत की होय. Pretty much some extract of that verse here Govindas Kaviraj Goswami is telling that what happiness is there in our wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members, right? This is where we find happiness, right? If you see the whole material world, this is where they are trying to find happiness. Why is that section dark? Can somebody switch on the lights there? Yeah. All of them? No, between row is still empty. Switch on all of them? Maybe there. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, better. Thank you. So, what assurance of real happiness is there in one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members? How many people who have lot of wealth are happy? Right? It's very difficult to accept, but we are running behind that only. That is Maya. Everybody is running behind that. Okay, I have balance now. At 25 lakhs balance in my bank account. Does it feel nice? Very rarely it's there, right? After a lot of savings, 50,000, 40,000, 20,000, 40,000, 30,000, 40,000, like that accumulated for, say 7 years. And now you're 25 lakhs and you feel, wow. Right? Now this is amazing. This is going to protect me now. Right? And one flickering change in your life, one MedQuest diagnostic report, finish. The 25 lakhs are going for treatment for some thing that you don't even know, you have not even planned. But still, what is the ego thinking? See, I planned so nicely. Because this disease was going to come, I was the most intelligent person, I planned it also. But you're a fool. You're a fool. Youthfulness. Youthfulness remains so less time, right? Especially everybody sitting here in your 40s and 50s. How it went away, Prabhu? Huh? Kaise bhag gaya, na? How many of you still think you are in youth? Except Madhav Charan Prabhu. Huh? You really think you are in youth? No, you are not. It's gone. Even before we realized, right? We studied, we went to college, some opposite sex attractions happened, some rejections, dejections, right? Some miseries. Everything happened. Then he got married. Then after marriage, rejection, fighting. Then children, more fighting. Right? Then growing up, even more fighting. Then fighting, tired. Okay, let's not fight. Compromise. And then suddenly we see a college movie coming, and then we remember our youth. Happy Days. Right? There's an old Telugu movie called Happy Days. My friends in my college group, they recently saw that movie. I don't know, I think one of them saw the movie. And he posted in that group, college group. Arey, in Happy Days chushanra. Immediately one other fellow said, I also saw yesterday, arey, those were the great days. People became sentimental. All of them have grown up children, in that group now. But, somehow the youthfulness just went away. And now, I used to think when my father retired, oh, he has retired. My father has retired. Retirement means old. Retirement means it's done. I'm just 8 years away from retirement. You still think it's wrong way? I don't know. The other day we celebrated Bhagwan Prabhu's birthday. And he said, I'm 57. I was ringing my father when he retired, he was 58. Oh, you became as old as my father? Just went away. And before we realize, we have to marry our children. And we are running around, accumulating cash, money, properties, seeing how to make it happen. A girl or a boy, finding the right, alliance, you're thinking about it. And you're forgetting that your life is going. You're just going. You're in that busy, in the cycle. And then you realize they are settled. And, they are growing and you are already considered dead by the society. You're as good as considered dead. Right? And after some time, you can't work. You can't work. You're very proud of your work, right? You're very proud. Oh, Prabhu, I am so efficient. I use this AI tool, that AI tool. This I do, that I do. After some time, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's over. And then there will come a time when you said, I want to do, and your family members will say, Chet. Don't do more damage. Just remain. Eat upma. Eat some pulihora and shut your mouth. Whatever is there. Right? But desires are not stopping. You want to ask more. Can I have idli tomorrow? Don't wait. And you are also thinking, in my youth I used to have 8 idlis. Now I have to cut 1 idli into 8 pieces. And assume that is 8 idlis. Because I can't digest. I can't digest. Because that's a new problem. Right? Tongue is ready. Tongue is ready, but stomach is not ready. Hare Krishna. Youthfulness. Sons or daughters. Right? Will they give us happiness? They will not give us happiness. Especially if you have 2 sons. I have 2 sons. Or 2 daughters. Right? Tell one child, hey, bring that book na. That child, hey, no ipo. Tu de. And the other fellow, I gave yesterday, you give. And both of them went into both rooms. The book is there, you are here. Over, finish. Nobody. And then you look at your wife. No one is there. Tisko rado? What, tisko? 3 members in the house. Nobody is, And then you realize you're a retired fellow. Retired fellow. And Hare Krishna. Family members. Will they give us happiness? Huh? How many family members you have who give you happiness? Huh? Nobody. Like you have not given them happiness, they will also not give you happiness. They are going to come and eat during your happiness. That's all they'll do. What will they do? While you're happy, they will eat. And they'll go. And they'll comment. They'll comment also. Last time you gave this time you did not give this. Right? And the more events you go, the more expectations they'll carry. I came to your Gropavesha, I gave 5,000. You came to my group pravesha, you give 3,000. They actually, how many of you know, there is big reconciliation that happens. I don't know if it happens in your family or not. My family, there is a whole, they just don't employ a chartered accountant, that's all. Especially the old ladies in the house are better than chartered accountants. They sit, the only business after the function is take the full chitta and they say, idichindu, idiyale chi, inta sampayistunadu, inta udiyatledu. Right? Family members. They are not there. They come and go at the time of your death. You don't even realize they have come. Your soul will be wondering, did I serve these people? Did I give my happiness for these people? Was I thinking about these people who are not even thinking about me? They wait for your death so that one activity is done. I've seen seeing in my family. Nobody is crying also these days. When in Rajasthan they employ these ladies called Rudali. I heard about that, where they are given money to come and cry. Professionals in crying. Yeah. Last 10 deaths I have seen in my family, nobody is crying. Nobody is crying. Only that first entry will be like Rajinikanth entry, like full crying entry. They'll hold, then they'll go and look here and there. Okay, I've done my role. I've done my part. Right? Even the wife who's sitting there is not crying. She is also tired. One more person came, then cry for some time, then stop again. I'm not ridiculing. This is the reality. The people whom we think we are living for, whom we love, don't even have tears for us because everybody is busy in their own life. And Govindas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, for such people I have spent my life. For such children, for such spouse, for such society, I have spent my life. Hey Nandan, when will my mind understand this fact? What assurance of real happiness is there in one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members? This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. Yeah, this is the only happiness you get. The only happiness you get is when you connect with Krishna and you are between devotees. This is the only happiness. If you are still not convinced, get convinced. Sooner you get convinced, the more happier you will become. No expectations. Now at the final paragraph, Govindas Kaviraj Goswami tells us the 9 process of bhakti. It is a desire and great longing of Govindadasa to engage himself in the 9 process of bhakti, namely hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering them and offering prayers to them, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, worshipping Him with flowers and incense and so forth. Serving Him as a friend and completely offering the Lord one's very self. Atma Nivedana. Govinda Dasa Abhilashare. Govinda Das Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Hari Bol. So today we'll spend a little bit of time discussing the qualities of a sadhu mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a very famous shloka. Canto 3, chapter 25, text 21. Titikshava karunika Suhruda sarvadehinam Ajata shatrava shanta Sadhava sadhu bhushana. Synonyms. Titikshava, tolerant. Karunika, merciful. Suhruda, friendly. Sarvadehina, to all living entities. Ajata satrava, inimical to none. Shanta, peaceful. Sadhava, abiding by scriptures. Sadhu Bhushana, adorned with sublime characteristics. Right? So this is a beautiful explanation of the qualities of a sadhu. Right? So today we will have a little interactive discussion. Translation. Please repeat after me. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures. And all his characteristics are sublime. Haribol. We are very fortunate, Prabhuji and Matajis, that we are so closely associated with His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has all these qualities, who is a Bhagavata, right? And not only he produced, like when a touchstone touches anything, it becomes gold. He also produced wonderful disciples in the Guru Parampara who are exemplifying these qualities. As we see, so many sannyasis, prabhus, different devotees. Why this shloka is important for us is to remember the kind of special people we are around. Right? Sometimes we become very complacent and we become very familiar with the great people we are around, we are surrounded with. But when we read this verse and we contemplate and we think these great qualities, and then we see these great qualities in others, then we appreciate how fortunate we are. Because real fortune is not the wealth. Sometimes it's not even the health. It is about the individuals we are surrounded with, who keep us happy. Right? That is the real fortune. People who are very good friends are the real happy people. And if the friends are devotees, they are the happiest people. Right? That is the highest. There is nothing more than that. So let us read the purport. Does anyone have mic here? Second mic? Any Mataji you want to read? First paragraph? Yeah, Brahmari Radha Mataji wants to read. Yeah, I can give.
Hare Krishna, purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. A sadhu, as described above, is a devotee of the Lord. His concern, therefore, is to enlighten people in devotional service to the Lord. That is His mercy. He knows that without devotional service to the Lord, human life is spoiled. A devotee travels all over the country from door to door, preaching, be Krishna conscious. Be a devotee of Lord Krishna. Don't spoil your life in simply fulfilling your animal propensities. Human life is meant for self-realization or Krishna consciousness. These are the preachings of a sadhu. He is not satisfied with his own liberation. He always thinks about others. He is the most compassionate personality towards all the fallen souls. Therefore, one of his qualifications is Karunika, great mercy to the fallen souls. While engaged in preaching work, he has to meet with so many opposing elements, and therefore the sadhu, or devotee of the Lord, has to be very tolerant. Someone may ill-treat him because the conditioned souls are not prepared to receive the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. They do not like it. That is their disease. The sadhu has the thankless task of impressing upon them the importance of devotional service. Sometimes devotees are personally attacked with violence. Lord Jesus Christ was crucified. Haridas Thakura was scanned in 22 marketplaces, and Lord Chaitanya's principal assistant Nityananda was violently attacked by Jagai and Madai. But still they were tolerant because their mission was to deliver the fallen souls. One of the qualifications of a sadhu is that he is very tolerant and is merciful to all fallen souls. He is merciful because he is the well-wisher of all living entities. He is not only a well-wisher of human society, but a well-wisher of animal society as well. It is said here, Sarva Dehinam, which indicates all living entities who have accepted material bodies. Not only does the human being have a material body, but other living entities such as cats and dogs also have material bodies. The devotee of the Lord is merciful to everyone, the cats, dogs, trees, etc. He treats all living entities in such a way that they can ultimately get salvation from this material entanglement. Shivananda Sena, one of the disciples of Lord Chaitanya, gave liberation to a dog by treating the dog transcendentally. There are many instances where a dog got salvation by association with a sadhu because a sadhu engages in the highest philanthropic activities for the benediction of all living entities. Yet, although a sadhu is not inimical towards anyone, the world is so ungrateful that even a sadhu has many enemies. Others will read.
Yeah, can you give to Sarasaradhika Mataji?
What is the difference between an enemy and a friend? It is a difference in behavior. A sadhu behaves with all conditioned souls for their ultimate relief from material entanglement. Therefore, no one can be more friendly than a sadhu in relieving a conditioned soul. A sadhu is calm and he quietly and peacefully follows the principles of scripture. A sadhu means one who follows the principles of scriptures and at the same time is a devotee of the Lord. One who actually follows the principles of scriptures must be a devotee of the God because all the Shastras instruct us to obey the orders of the personality of Godhead. Therefore, a sadhu means a follower of these scriptural injunctions and a devotee of the Lord. All these characteristics are prominent in a devotee. A devotee develops all the good qualities of the demigods, whereas a non-devotee, even though academically qualified, has no actual good qualifications or good characteristics according to the standard of transcendental realization. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. I think battery is good. Hare Krishna. So here, so beautifully, the characteristics of sadhu are discussed. We often see sadhus outside, right? This verse is not to go and judge them, right? That is not the point. Oh, does this sadhu have all these qualities or no? But according to Bhagavatam, the qualities that a sadhu should have are mentioned here. What we'll try to do, we'll try to remember some sadhus, in our life, and we'll also try to remember the greatness of Srila Prabhupada, right? What this exercise will do, Prabhupada and Matajis, it will create so much hope in our hearts that this world still has wonderful people, right? That's very important. Because outside we're only discussing about negative people, negativity. That is what comes in the news. Does the news come with a verse like this? Anytime Republic TV or, like, oh, the sadhu has all these qualities, is being discussed anywhere? No. The only thing that gets discussed is negativity. What a fool is doing, bombing, is doing this, is doing that. Some other fool has bombed him back. There is this, there is that. All that is going on. But it's very important we remember. So one of the qualities, so here are the qualities that are discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Titikshava, tolerant. So how tolerant are devotees? How tolerant are devotees? You should remember this. Brothers and Matajis, when we take up preaching as a service, one of the things, most important thing that happens is the person who takes up preaching definitely gets into a fast track purification. Right? Fast track purification. Because if he doesn't exemplify or doesn't try to follow these qualities, he cannot be successful in his preaching. It's not possible. Many people say, okay, Prabhu, I want to preach. They start a program, but the program ends very soon. Not because people are not coming, because you are not able to follow some of these qualities. I'm not saying every preacher has all these qualities. Every person who does service has all these qualities. But if you have these qualities, then you are the real preacher. Because a real preacher means sometimes he speaks, many of the time people just look at him and become devotees. Behavior, consciousness, all these things. So in our life we see tolerance in such a big way. Devotees are so tolerant. So tolerant. Srila Prabhupada was so tolerant. He tolerated so many health problems. In the beginning of his journey itself in Jaladuta, how many things he went through. When people talk about their journey to America, what do they tell? I landed in Dubai, and from there we connected to New York, and then we took another flight to Atlanta. Haribol. Right? People talk about their travel in such a nice way. Right? Oh, my flight was the double-decker flight, 2-level flight. People talk about it. People talk about what they could eat in the flight. Right? People talk about the comfort, the new facilities in the new flight. All that people talk about. But what about Srila Prabhupada? Our Acharya, when he crossed the 7 oceans and he went, he tolerated so many things. He tolerated weather, horrible weather. And Prabhupada says that if the Arabian Sea, Pacific Sea would have been the normal way it would have been, I would have died on the way. Because the sailor of Jaladuta, he told that normally the sea is so rough at this time of the year, but this time surprisingly the sea is not that rough. Just imagine how Lord Krishna has ordered Varunadev be stagnant. Because my pure devotee is traveling. My pure devotee is traveling to the other side of the world. For me, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, he is going to establish Krishna consciousness. So control. And it's control. But still, to show Srila Prabhupada's sacrifice for all of us, Krishna sanctioned 2 heart attacks. It happened. Krishna sanctioned. But he knows that Prabhupada will not have a problem with those heart attacks. That will only make him more greater. Right? When a devotee accepts problems, when he becomes tolerant, he teaches tolerance to the whole world. It's very difficult, Prabhuji. Saying is very easy. Sitting here, sitting there, hearing, talking, oh, chalega. Lekin when it happens in your life, especially when you are in service, because a lot of the time people think that we are serving Krishna. That is the biggest illusion of a devotee or somebody who is trying to be a devotee, that I am serving Krishna. What are you serving Krishna? Where are you? What service are you trying to do? I am building a temple for Krishna. Really? Huh? Among the unlimited planets in the galaxies of the universes, you are sitting in one corner of one country, in one state, in one city and gully, and you are thinking that I build a temple of Krishna, I am doing service for you. No, we can't do anything for Krishna. Brahma is saying that I could not do anything for you. Who are you? We are all little Brahmas, right? Trying to do little construction for Krishna and thinking, oh, we've done something. No, we can't do anything. But what we are doing is Krishna is engaging us in service. He is engaging us in service. He is giving service. That's why they say service is a privilege. Service is not a right. It's a privilege. And when that is given, it establishes your connection with Krishna. But we should not feel egoistic or proud that we are doing this service. We should not feel proud. So Srila Prabhupada was a perfect example of how tolerant he was, even in the journey. Titikshava, tolerance. Whatever happened, he knew that my Guru Maharaj has asked me to go and preach in the West, and I am going to do that, and it will happen. It will happen. Whether it will happen through me or whether it will happen through somebody else, that is for Krishna to settle. I am here to do service. And he was very grateful. In between those heart attacks, what is Prabhupada telling? Why are bad things happening to good people? No. He's saying, oh Krishna, you are bringing me here. I don't know how to serve you. You gave me a name, Bhaktivedanta. You fulfill the purport of this name. Make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. Prabhuji, how many of us will say this when we get a heart attack? Huh? You go to a doctor will tell, there's a little problem with your heart. Immediately, what happened to me? How can this happen to me? How do I fix it now? And when the doctor will tell, no, sorry, sir, this is not your report. I kept your report down. Sir, you should be careful. You can't just tell like that. So I almost had a heart attack. We are not ready to take surprises. We are not ready to take surprises because we still want to enjoy this material world. That is the problem. Why we are not able to take surprises? We don't want to anticipate problems coming to us. The problems will come like this. One flicker of a second, done. Your life is stagnated, stopped. One heart attack. You get one heart attack, you are a different person after that. Oh, you can't. If you are walking fast, you'll remember you got a heart attack. Right? If you are, breathing fast, you'll immediately remember you got a heart attack. Everything just changes after the heart attack. Until you get a heart attack, you are different. After you get, you are different. Right? But you can't accept it. Like, cancer. People are getting it so much these days. So much cancer. Everybody. So many places. Just one report away. Just imagine tomorrow morning you get to know that you have cancer. What you'll start thinking? All your plans, your home loan, right? Your desire to go for a foreign trip, your savings, where will all that go? Steve Jobs, when he got cancer, the founder of Apple Corporation, he got cancer, he died with cancer. He just stopped appearing in public after that. Completely gone. What just happened? The richest person, he understood death is coming. Right? It will just humble us like that. But Srila Prabhupada was not disturbed by it. That is why he's a great titikshava. He's tolerant. Prabhupada was not scared. Even when he got heart attack, after going to America also he got heart attack. Do you know that? He got one more heart attack. And then he told his disciples, I am worried, will I be able to finish the mission of my Guru Maharaj? That's the only thing that's coming to his mind. He was not bothered, he's going to die or no. I am worried, will I be able to finish? Okay, let me first finish the Krishna book. Let me write the Krishna book, because I don't know I'll finish Bhagavatam or not. Krishna has a different plan, whatever plan, but Krishna, let me try to finish. And in the same hurry, he finished Chaitanya Charitamrita. Right? Mercy is just flowing and coming out because he wants to serve. Extremely tolerant for what all he was going through. And in the Jaladuta also, right? Even this poverty situation he saw in the 26th 2nd Avenue. Poverty situation. And Acharya, a lot of times people see Prabhupada videos. Sometimes the memories of Srila Prabhupada, you see Prabhupada eating in a big plate. Have you seen that video? The big plate and little bowls are kept and different things are kept on it. And Prabhupada sits facing the wall. You seen that video? Yeah, he's facing the wall and he's slowly eating. Why do you think he's facing the wall? He doesn't want to talk when he's eating. And if somebody comes during that time to meet Prabhupada, he would just tell, give them some prasad. Give them some prasad. But when he's eating, he just honors prasad. Prabhupada says, I see Krishna in the prasad. Krishna prasad. Right? So the many sannyasis in ISKCON who don't talk when they are eating. They are very, very vigilant, very, very conscious about their honoring prasad. Can Mataji please, there are devotees coming and sitting behind. There's enough space, you can just take 2 feet inside. And Prabhuji also. There is already a line to the main door. Yeah, there is a lot of space. Please come forward. Yeah, just come a little forward. Prabhuji is on the, near the door, please come. Yeah, please come in. Keval Prem Prabhu, aaja, andar aaja. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so people even ridiculed Prabhupada when Prabhupada went to do Kirtan in Tompkinson's Park, in the Central Park of New York. When he went to do Kirtan, people even ridiculed. Hey, who is this person, shouting like this or singing like this in public? It was an unknown thing, right? Nobody would go and sing in a park holding a two kartal. Prabhupada tolerated that also. That is the moment of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. People were looking at him and going, what is this old man doing? But Prabhupada just maintained the same enthusiasm. Prabhuji, it's very easy to be enthusiastic in spiritual life, but to maintain that enthusiasm is a real test. How long will you maintain that enthusiasm? When all the reversals are coming in your spiritual life, in your material life, how will you maintain that enthusiasm? Material life enthusiasm is, no, reversals in material life is one thing. You can read a scripture and resolve that, okay, this reversal in material life is okay because Brahma is saying, that these reversals will come, that's okay. And one devotee will come and tell Prabhu, understand now, this dukkha and, oh, philosophically I am convinced. But what about reversals in spiritual life? How can you tolerate a reversal in spiritual life? What do you mean reversal in spiritual life? All devotees have misunderstood you. Your Siksha Guru doesn't like you. Your Diksha Guru is wondering, why did I give Diksha to this fellow? Right? And you are tagged against some scam. Or somebody has found out something bad about you. And now it is public. Right? Can you imagine? You can't imagine. Right? Something bad. I used to do something bad in a hidden way. Now it's public. And people used to call you a sadhu. Now they know your reality. You always knew that you are not a sadhu. But now everybody knows that you are not a sadhu. Right? Or something else happened. My God. How can you face that? It even happens for the greatest of the devotees, It's a test of Krishna. How do you cope with such reversals? Some fall down of some sannyasi. It happened. It can happen. It's Kali Yuga. But what is he doing after that? How is he coping up with that? Is what is more important. Don't try to, have a festival in the name of somebody's fall down. Some feast. Think, what is he doing now? There are some devotees who fell. That's okay. Fell means what? They could not follow what they resolved for. They tried. They also had disciples. And then something happened. Okay, it happened. Doesn't Krishna know it happened? It happened. Now what that person is supposed to do? Is he supposed to leave the world, commit suicide? Or leave Krishna consciousness and run away to his material life? Or leave? No. Prabhu, that is the testing point. That is the testing point of that devotee and that is the testing point of us. How are we thinking about that? Hey, all that happened. Krishna will look at us. This is what you learned after reading Bhagavatam? If this is your consciousness, my devotee is going through some difficulty and this is how you are talking gossip about him? It's a test for us. It's a test for us. Prabhupada, there is nothing to achieve in this material world, Prabhupada. There is actually nothing to achieve. It's only the alteration of our consciousness is what is the end result. What is my consciousness at the time of death? Am I tolerant? Am I merciful? Am I friendly? Am I a well-wisher of all living entities? This is what matters. You became a sannyasi, you became a grahastha, you became a brahmachari, you fell down, you got up, you have 100,000 disciples, you have no disciples, you have constructed 20 temples, you have constructed 100 temples, you didn't construct any temple. None of this matters for Krishna. None of this matters for Krishna. What matters for Krishna is what is your consciousness at the time of death. What did you change in your heart? What is the Hridaya Parivartana that happened? Trinadapi Surichena, Tarorapi Sahishna, Amananiya Manadena, Kirtane Sada. Did that happen or no? Is what matters. Everything else is external. What if I constructed a temple and I ruined my relationships with all devotees? And then I go and stand in the altar in front of the temple saying, Krishna, this is a gift for you. What do you think Krishna will look at us and think? You lost all your gifts. The devotees that I sent in your life, where are your gifts? You thrown all those gifts and you have given me this concrete gift. And I am standing there. And who is going to come and see me? I have to see your face? You ruined your relationship with all devotees who are supposed to come and do kirtan in front of me. All of them are gone for constructing this temple. Who am I going to see? Right? Devotees are more important than any project, provision, Mataji. You should remember that. Projects are needed to give service to devotees. Remember that. Are projects needed? Yes, they are needed to give service to devotees. But projects are not at the cost of devotees. No. There is nothing more important for Krishna than a devotee. Nothing more important. Register that in your heart. Nothing more important for Krishna than a devotee. You construct 80-story temple, you construct a temple with 30 deities, you construct a temple with, whatever, 500 crore worth temple, that is dust for Krishna. If devotees are not treated well in it. If devotees are not being cultivated in it. Right? That is how important it is. Devotee for Krishna. And if you have lost devotees in your life, you had misunderstandings. Can there be misunderstandings between devotees? Of course there can be. Can there be understanding between devotees? No, it cannot be. Very difficult to have even understanding between devotees. What was Krishna doing in Kurukshetra? Nobody was ready to understand anybody. Right? And he was standing and trying to make people understand, remind them, Arey bhaiya, there cannot be understanding also between you unless there is Krishna in the center. Unless we are hearing to Krishna, unless we are regular in hearing to Krishna, there cannot be any understanding, Prabhus and Matajis. All of you sitting here, you cannot work with each other unless you together are hearing message of Krishna. It's not possible. Don't think, Prabhu, I am a very broad-minded person, Mataji, I am very broad-minded, I can accommodate, I can understand, Nibonda. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. You are in a cloud that, you are nothing. You are nothing. As good as is your sadhana is as good as your is understanding. Simple, bottom line. If your chanting is bad, your hearing is bad, your association is bad, you can't understand anybody in ISKCON. Don't be in that illusion that, I have my material intelligence, my qualities, my bringing up, my family gives me a lot of understanding. It doesn't give you anything. Spiritual life keeps us grounded. It can make us grounded in 1 second. 1 second. When your association is bad. In Hari Bhakti Vilas it is told, we should not hear bad words. We should not say bad words. Swearing. We should not do. Why? One day you will do in front of a devotee also. As simple as that. Right? That is what bad association does. Don't think the bad association is not coming into us. It will come. It will come. So the good association that we stay in, the kind of scriptures that we read on a daily basis, the kind of lectures we hear on a daily basis, the kind of conversations and seva that we have with devotees will make us understand each other. Otherwise you can't understand each other. You can't understand each other. Why is this devotee thinking like this? Why is that devotee thinking like that? Why is he not understanding? All these things will come into play. Prabhupada was tolerant of different varieties of devotees around him. Right? When you say titikshava, tolerance. Hare Krishna. Right? Titikshava, tolerant. He was tolerant. Different kinds of people. One devotee would come. Prabhupada is giving a lecture. Right? There is one person. He is reading newspaper. Can you imagine? A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is giving a discourse, and one devotee is sitting right in front of him and is reading newspaper parallelly. Can you tolerate that? Huh? My false ego, I can't tolerate somebody browsing also right now. Immediately I'll tell, what are you doing? Prabhupada tolerated somebody reading newspaper. There is an old lecture of Prabhupada. In that he even tells. Can we discuss? You can read later. 1966 lectures. You should hear initial days when his recording started. 65, 66. What kind of people he was tolerating? One devotee came. I'm using the word devotee because everybody who met Prabhupada is actually a devotee. It's not possible to go in front of a pure devotee. What they became later is none of our business. But here is one personality. He comes. He, in midst of a class, he stands up. In midst of a class. Prabhupada is giving a class. In midst of a class, he stands up and he starts removing clothes. One by one, one by one, one by one. And he becomes naked. There are boys, girls, Mataji's, Prabhu, everybody sitting. He just becomes naked. And Prabhupada just continues his lecture. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even, if you hear the recording, you wouldn't even know that something like that happened. Prabhupada just continues the lecture. Right? Do you have that kind of tolerance? Can we imagine that kind of tolerance? That is a pure devotee, Prabhu. Because his business is service to Krishna. He is not looking for what will be my image if this happens in my satsang. No. Prabhupada's only business is, he knows how fallen we are. He knows our situation. He is here to give Krishna consciousness. And is the most tolerant. That kind of tolerance, Sadhu has. Sadhu has. When you have that kind of tolerance, you are a Sadhu. The word Sadhu is very Sadhu Bhushana. Adorned with sublime characteristics. Once Prabhupada was translating in the night. I think it was this 22nd Avenue, somewhere there. It was winter time. It was snowing in New York. He was translating. Night, 2 o'clock, 2:30, somebody knocked the door. Prabhupada is alone in the room. That room is a temple, that's all. Shutter and that's all it is. He is 2:30 in the night. He went and opened the door. And there was one girl standing outside. Young American girl. Right? Young American girl. She's standing outside. And she's just silently looking at Prabhupada like this. And Prabhupada, yes, what do you want? Who are you? No answer. No answer. No answer. Prabhupada, I mean, just imagine a 75-year-old person in a foreign country, you're there, it's mid in the night, 2:30 in the night, it's snowing, it's cold. And this girl is there. What can I do for you? Why you are here? No answer. And the girl is just staring. Maybe she was on drugs. Who knows what is the situation? She is looking at Prabhupada like this. And then before Prabhupada realized, she entered the room. Prabhupada came into the room. She also entered the room. And Prabhupada is here in his room with a young girl, 2:30 in the night, and God knows what is her consciousness. And what did Prabhupada do? He's for him, she's like his granddaughter. He's worried about her. And immediately Prabhupada opens the door and he goes out. And he says, please come. Because it's not a right thing. And the girl comes out. And Prabhupada asks, why did you come? What do you want? And while Prabhupada is saying this, the door closes. And you know these one-sided doors? You can only open it from inside. From outside you need a key only. And Prabhupada doesn't have the key. 2:30 in the night. Old man. New York winter. I don't know how many have gone to a hell called America. Especially in East Coast. It is hellish hell. Horrible. You can't imagine the kind of cold that I'm talking about. You think you know cold, you don't know what is cold. Right? You will be frozen to death in minutes. In minutes. Minutes. If you don't have proper glow, slowly this will become bluish, and after that they have literally cut off your finger. It's gone, all the cells are gone. That kind of cold I'm talking about. Prabhupada is standing in that cold, and the girl is standing outside, and she is not answering what is going on. And Prabhupada doesn't know. He's going to open the door is closed. And Prabhupada doesn't know where to go. 2:30 in the night. Right? And then Prabhupada remembers the one who brought, or rented this property for ISKCON, for Prabhupada. He comes in that direction. He told Prabhupada, just stay 2 blocks away. Something like that he told. Prabhupada remembers 2 blocks away. Which side? I think this side. Prabhupada goes in that night. And he doesn't know where is he going. And he sees some stairs outside a building. Old building, there is a little stairs. He just gets onto the stairs. There's one door. He knocks on the door and the devotee opens the door. Can you imagine? So this all looks like a story, right? Prabhu, this is what he went through for all of us. We just don't say Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He did this for all of us. And he looks at the devotee, and the devotee is, Swamiji, what are you doing? It's 3 o'clock in the night. And Prabhupada is shivering. Literally shivering. And immediately he goes inside, he gets up. Whatever he covers Prabhupada. Swamiji, what happened? What happened? Prabhupada says, I don't know, some girl came. I don't know what she wants. I came out and the door locked. I didn't know what to do. I was searching for somebody. I remembered that you say in this direction, Krishna's mercy, something like that, Prabhupada might have told. And the devotee immediately becomes, Prabhupada, I'm coming with you. Let's go back. And he covers Prabhupada nicely, and he wears all the coat, sweater, gloves, whatever. And then he takes Prabhupada back to the place, and the girl is still standing there. They don't know what's going on. Right? And then he goes, opens the door. Prabhupada, go inside. And then he asks that girl, who are you? What do you want? And the girl is no answer. And then he tells the girl, you leave from here now. You go, wherever your house is, you go. Like that. He is American. He knows how to deal with them. And then immediately he comes inside and says, Prabhupada, I'll stay with you tonight. Because what if that girl comes back? I just want to make sure that, you are safe. And Prabhupada says, okay, no problem. And then he sits down near the door. He's thinking he'll sleep or not. And then he sees Prabhupada. What is Prabhupada doing? He goes back to his desk and he continues translation. Can we do that? It was almost a death encounter for Prabhupada. Almost a death encounter. If he would have not reached that house, and that was not a devotee house, and Prabhupada would have stood in those clothes in that cold, in that night, he would have died. It is such danger. And did it disturb Prabhupada? Not a bit. Not a bit. Right? It didn't disturb Prabhupada. He continued. And in the first translation, did he write about this incident? That's what we do, right? The moment we go through anything, immediately want it part of our autobiography. Right? Immediate incident we want to glorify. Next satsang, I will tell everybody what I went through. Prabhupada did not even mention about this incident anywhere in his purports. He just continued. Maybe that was a conversation between Vidura and Maitreya, and he just continued to that conversation. That's all. Completely unaffected. Means what? He is extremely titikshava, tolerant. Extremely. Srila Prabhupada ki Hari Bol. Now it makes us feel what all he has done for us. What all he has done for us. Last week we were discussing when Prabhupada saw devotees brought Jagannath and they kept the Jagannath on the grass and they were dancing. Prabhupada went there. He saw Jagannath deity that he installed in the temple is outside, kept on the grass. Did he shout at the devotees? He had every right to shout at the devotees. He was the only acharya at that point. He was the only guru that they knew. And none of them felt that Prabhupada should not correct them. If he had complete situation to shout at them. But what did Prabhupada do? He went and sat beside Jagannath and he continued the kirtan. Can you do that? Huh? We can't even imagine doing that. Prabhupada did that. Then after the whole kirtan is over, after the whole hippie hill kirtan is over, they lifted Jagannath and Jagannath is brought back with the same Sankirtan, Hare Krishna, and Prabhupada is just walking with the Jagannath, Hare Krishna, like this, and then he goes back into the temple and Jagannath is kept back on the altar. And then Prabhupada sits and says, you should not do like this. Titikshava, tolerant. It's very easy to tolerate when you are weak. It's very easy to tolerate when you are weak. The greatness of a person is your tolerance when you are strong. You have all the authority to punish. You have all the authority to define. You have all the authority to do anything you want to do. But still when you tolerate and say, that's okay, that is your greatness. The strongest person's greatness is not using his strength. The strongest person's greatness is how he forgives. Right? Today what is the world seeing? So-called world leaders. Are they forgiving? No, they are not leaders. They are Shudras. Worse than Shudras. Sitting in leadership positions. And what are they doing? They are finding every opportunity to punish. In front of our eyes, it is happening. A country taking over another country. In front of our eyes, the whole world is watching. And even Yamaraj is watching this. Trumpuga Nikunnadi. Yeah. You think he's not watching? You think he's not watching? He's watching. Yamaraj is saying this. Yamaraj is saying this. You are using your position. I'm not supporting any other country. But what is he doing? Is it right? It's not right. Who are you to enter somebody else's country and take over the leader from there and put them in a prison and then you talk about your own agenda? What are you doing? Right? You are going ahead and bombing another country and every day you are changing the agenda. Why did I start this? One time it's nuclear war, one time it is oil, one time it is this. He is wondering what agenda will best fit as an excuse in history. Because what is happening will be written in the history. And the historian is writing, it has to write a reason there, why this started. And this fellow is still not determined why it started.
He gave himself Nobel Peace Award.
He is giving Nobel Peace Award. Right? You think all this is not being accounted? Professor Mataji, it's being accounted. Don't think it is not. Everything we have to pay back. He's not realizing. These are the kind of leaders we are looking. They don't have any tolerance. And they call themselves leaders. No tolerance. It will come back. Whatever you did in this world will come back to you with compounding interest. You know the difference between simple interest and compounding interest, right? Compounding interest, it will come back. It will come back. Just a matter of time. It will come back. If you think you have done something in this world and you have escaped justice, you cannot escape justice. It is just due in a matter of time. Applicable even for devotees. Even for devotees. Everybody. In this material world, everything is calculated. I am sitting here and giving a lecture. You know what I did 1 hour ago? You better don't know. Will I get with compounding interest? I'll get with super compounding interest. Right? We should remember this. Fear of God, fear of karma, fear of this thing is part of our culture. It will keep us grounded. Don't think we are not being watched. When you enter that room and put that knob, now nobody is looking. No! Everybody is looking at you. You are thinking, probably nobody is looking. No, at least the people I know don't know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Just a matter of time. But we go and fold our hands in front of Krishna, saying, Krishna, I am very shameful. Every morning you come in front of you and apologize. Please tolerate me. Titikshava. Krishna is telling you develop tolerance, you are developing Krishna's tolerance. Krishna, please. Right? Sadhu qualities you have, right? You have to tolerate me, right? And Krishna says, in Kali Yuga, I can't tolerate you. I can't tolerate you. But when I come as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will tolerate you. Right? So Krishna changes his avatar to tolerate all of us. To give us Krishna prema. Right? And he appears. Hare Krishna. Titikshva. What is the second quality? Merciful. Karunika. Merciful. What does it mean to be merciful? Even accepting the most rejected people is mercy. Prabhupada gave Brahmana Diksha to people who are not in that position to take it. Prabhupada gave sannyas to a 6-month-old person in Krishna consciousness. How many years are coming for the last 6 months? Lift your hand. 6 months, Prabhu, you are coming for a long time. Okay, lesser than 6 months. Lift your hand. Anybody? Okay, take sannyas. Can you imagine? You can't imagine, right? Karunika. Prabhupada gave sannyas. No, Prabhupada just randomly Prabhupada didn't randomly give sannyas. No, don't, this is a problem. The moment we talk about this, no, we are judging Prabhupada. No, we are not judging Prabhupada. Understand the quality. How can a person who is a great sannyasi give sannyas to another person, even knowing that he is so young and so... Prabhupada only saw the spirit of service in them. And he wanted to use them in service of Krishna at the cost of his own reputation. Today in ISKCON, there is a sannyas ministry. Sannyas ministry. It was formulated many years ago. There's a whole long list of, actually big list of pending sannyas list is there. You can apply. Anybody wants to apply sannyasi? If you're working in software, no need to take sannyas. Point is, there is such a big list. And this ministry actually verifies, observes, certifies anybody who is going to take sannyas. Because sannyas means a big faith in society. Right? A sannyasi means a very, very important person in cultured society at least. So there is a whole validation. Not anybody and everybody is given sannyas. Because we don't want incidents where somebody has taken a sannyas, he could not maintain those vows. We don't want such situation. It can happen. It can happen. We don't want it to happen. And somebody, I have to speak of sannyas. Somebody comes to your Bhakti Riksha And he's coming and he's doing all those things, he's attending and you told, Arey Prabhu is a nice devotee, he's chanting 16 rounds also now. Huh? And Prabhu is recently taking Kantimal also. And then one day you're going in your car and suddenly in front of Paradise Biryani is eating biryani inside. And worst part is you not seeing it, somebody else took a picture. And he forwards it, Prabhuji, what is this you told, he's chanting 16 rounds. Huh? You told he's chanting 16 rounds. He's eating 16 limbs of a chicken. What is this? How will you feel? Hey, no, you must not have seen the right person. Maybe, maybe he's a look-alike of that person. That Golmaal cinema, you can do that, Right? But it affects your ego, right? That I preached that person, and that person told like this and he changed like this. What to speak of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada? He was giving sannyas, he was giving second initiation to hippies. Did he have even 1% concern about his reputation? No! That is why that is called mercy. He was carrying the same merciful nature of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Prabhupada is representing that Panchatattva, who are so merciful to give Krishna to anybody and everybody. Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna, Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya, Namine Gauratushyana. Prabhupada is representing that. If he is not merciful, then how will we all get that mercy? Huh? How will we get? So remember that. That is mercy. Accepting. Once Prabhupada was giving initiations, and one devotee was, again and again going out and coming inside the temple. A little disturbing. He was giving initiation, and a person is getting up, is going out. Getting up, is going out. Prabhupada called. What's going on? He said, Swamiji, I need to have that puff. I need to smoke. You know what was Prabhupada's answer? Every time you come back, wash your hands. That was Prabhupada's answer. Every time you come back into the temple, wash your hands before you touch anything. Sit down. Can you imagine this? One devotee told, I'll take Diksha from you. Prabhupada is giving Diksha. Disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. How many are left on this planet now? Barely any. Only few are there. That kind of guru is giving Diksha. And there is this boy who is sitting there to take Diksha. He is ready to take Diksha. And I don't know in which temple I heard this pastime. So he is sitting there to take Diksha. He might be the next number to him. Prabhupada is going to give the mala and give him some name. Purandar Das, something like that. Prabhupada is going to tell the name. And there is this girl who is standing at the door. And instead of him looking at Prabhupada, he is looking at that girl. Like this is looking. Prabhupada is giving Diksha, looking at him. Prabhupada called him, come here. Are you ready? And he said, I think I just want to check one more time with my girlfriend. Prabhupada said, do it. He went and spoke to that girl. And then he went with that girl. And Prabhupada continued the initiations. Prabhupada, Karunika, merciful. He continued the initiations. Can you imagine anything like that happening? Right? I'm recommending all of you. You should understand your Acharya. You have to do two things. One, read Lilananda. Srila Prabhupada Lilananda. Everybody should read that. I am also struggling to finish it, but you should read Lilananda. You'll understand what is our, why, how are we where we are, because of whom. Right? And another thing you should do, go to YouTube and hear the memories of Srila Prabhupada. All his disciples will share these memories. You'll be shocked. My God, This also happened. You can't imagine what Prabhupada went through to bring up the ISKCON society that we are seeing right now. Was it possible if he was not Titikshava? If he was not Karunika? If he was not tolerant, if he was not merciful, do you think it was possible? Impossible. That is why he is Sadhu Bhushana, the greatest sadhu who walked on the planet. Who is so forgiving. He understands. Prabhupada understands. Prabhupada acknowledged the weakness of people. He did not ridicule them. He did not insult them. He asked Prabhupada, you are looking at that girl. Decide what you want to do. Maybe it was a brahmachari initiation, I don't know. And he told, I'll go check. He checked it. He went. It's okay. Prabhupada will accept him as grahastha later. There were devotees, there were people living together. Girl and boy living together in those days. They were attending satsang. Prabhupada. And Prabhupada requested them, get married. I will conduct your marriage. Don't live like that. That's not a right example. Get married. That is a mercy of Prabhupada. Right? And today we talk about so many restrictions and standards and so many things. The world, ISKCON world that we see here has come after so much tolerance and mercifulness. So much. Does it mean we should allow all these things now? No. And yes. We should not allow, but the right sadhus will do that. You don't have to worry. There are sannyasis at that level who can tolerate even this. Some examples I can't even discuss here because I don't know what purport you will take out of that example. Prabhuji, how did that Maharaj allow this? He allowed it because he was so merciful. He allowed it because it was so merciful. Because he wanted to elevate a devotee, he even allowed that. But after that, what happened? He became a devotee. That's the most important thing. Right? He became one devotee. I'll just share one example. Many sensitive things, but one example I'll share. One devotee. He used to go and meet this great sannyasi Maharaj. I'm not telling the Maharaj's name because I don't want any taboo to be discussed about it. Right? And it's not gossip. Understand? It's a very merciful thing. So he went and told, Maharaj, whenever I go to my mother's house, she is cooking fish for me. Because in our house, we used to eat fish. I stopped eating, Maharaj. What should I do? My mother loves me a lot. She doesn't allow me to stay with her if I don't eat what she cooks for me. But Maharaj, I told my mother, no, I will not eat. But she's crying, Maharaj. She's literally crying, that why and whatever closely. Then Maharaj said, next time you go, tell your mother, you chant one round, I'll eat fish. You chant one round, I will eat fish. And next time you go, you chant 4 rounds, I'll eat fish. If you don't do, I'll not eat. The devotee did it. And within couple of months, his mother understood the mood of her son. She told, I'll not cook fish for you. I can't see you doing this. She became a 16-rounder and she got initiated. It's a real incident. Does it mean now you go and tell, everybody in satsang, okay, kebab, tikka, go ahead. No. We are nobody to speak about those things. Will you take the karma? That sannyasi Maharaj was ready to take karma. He is giving initiation to that boy also, his mother also. For whatever that has happened, he is ready to take. Are you ready to take karma? When you give any wrong principle of Krishna consciousness to somebody and misguide that person, to keep your following, you will get the karma of it. Should be very careful in Krishna consciousness. Especially when you are preaching. Don't compromise and don't try to pass wrong message so you can maintain a following. You will have to pay the cost for it. But the great sannyasis, they are so merciful that they're ready to take karma of that. Just to make one person a devotee, just to make one person, that Maharaj has thousands of disciples. Thousands of disciples. So many health issues. But he's so merciful. And don't speculate, I heard that. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter which Maharaj name. Understand the mood of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was so tolerant. He kept his vegetables in a fridge which had cow meat. Huh? After coming to Krishna consciousness, when you go through that, Maidipatnam area in some gully, you see beef shops. Huge beef being, kept upside down there. And we look at the, gee, what kind of people are these people? Rakshasas? Prabhupada kept his aloo vegetables in the second level below the cow meat. That is called merciful. Right? It's called merciful. Mercifulness doesn't mean, you are merciful when everything is going on nice. Merciful means when nothing is going on nice. When nothing is going on nice, you are still maintaining the same compassion. That is called merciful. Right? Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Third quality. What is that? Suhrada. Friendly. Was Prabhupada friendly? He was so friendly. He used to joke with his disciples. He used to, people used to love. Many Prabhupada disciples, they say, we didn't understand anything that Swamiji spoke, but we could give our life for his one smile. One big smile of Prabhupada. Have you seen Prabhupada's big smile? Big smile. You go and Google Srila Prabhupada's smile. We can't smile like that. If I smile like that, I look like a Rakshasa. But Prabhupada, when he would smile, he would really, you can see the glow in his face. He's so happy. So happy. He was friendly to accept any reversals. Some devotee did something. He was looking at it like a friend. Sakhya rasa also he maintained. Right? Just to make sure that they are comfortable. Whatever they are doing, accommodative. Prabhupada brought himself to that level. Yamuna Mataji, she was cooking with Prabhupada for her sister's marriage. Janaki Mataji's marriage. Janaki Mataji and Mukunda Prabhu, I think. And Prabhupada was cooking for them. Yamuna Mataji, young girl, wearing short clothes, comes into her and Prabhupada says, we have to cook for your sister's marriage, you come. And she's cooking and in between she goes for a smoke. And Prabhupada says, wash your hands before you start again. And Yamuna Mataji was shocked looking at this mercifulness, this friendliness of Srila Prabhupada. He defended his disciples in all situations. In all situations. He showed that, sannyasis, generally they don't allow Matajis to come close. They don't allow them to serve and everything. Prabhupada sitting in Vrindavan in front of so many sannyasis and they're commenting. Prabhupada is allowing so many Matajis to come. These young girls, they're coming and giving water for him, giving food for him. They're commenting all this. And once Malati Mataji got to know about it, that many are commenting on Srila Prabhupada, she felt, because of me, Prabhupada is getting bad name. I think I'll go and stand behind. I'll not enter the room. So many other devotees in Vrindavan, they came, Prabhupada was there in that room, and Mataji's, Malati Mataji, she went and stood outside or somewhere. I can't allegorically, I can't remember exactly how that memory was told, but she was somewhere far away. And Prabhupada observed that. Prabhupada observed that Malati Mataji is standing very far. Then Prabhupada looked at all his god brothers, Gaudiya Math or many others in Vrindavan. And he looked into them and he said, that girl is my disciple and I will give my life for her. I will give my life for her. And Malati Mataji will start crying. And they tell in the memories that, they felt, we want to give our life for you, Prabhupada, for what you are doing. Right? And Prabhupada told this to many of his disciples. I will give my life for you. How forgiving can it be? His reputation at stake. So many of his god brothers and god sisters and so many people are commenting on the way he was growing ISKCON, the way he was accepting disciples, the way he was initiating disciples, the way he was dynamically making decisions to make sure ISKCON grows. The same mood of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. It is not different mood, same mood. Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj, when the construction of Yoga Pit was happening in Mayapur, some workers were taking a break. He asked, why are you taking? We are going for BD. He said, you construct, I will make BDs for you. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj is telling the workers, you continue, you want BDs, right? I'll make them for you. I'll make them ready. Don't waste time. Do the construction. Can anybody understand this mode? That's the same mode Srila Prabhupada carried. Whatever it takes, we are going to serve Krishna. At any reputation, doesn't mean they brought down the standards. Understand? They did not compromise on singing. Prabhupada was always chanting. One disciple tells, that once Prabhupada, then somebody was massaging Prabhupada, and he was talking to some people who came there, and he was massaging, and at one point, he just went close, and he kept his ear to Prabhupada's back, and he could hear the Hare Krishna mantra inside. Prabhupada and Mataji, can you imagine? Prabhupada was chanting all the time. Was he giving mantra to everybody? No. He was chanting himself all the time. He also did on his beats, and he also did it throughout the day, throughout the night. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We can't do those things. Don't tell me, Prabhuji, I finished my rounds. How? Inside. No, you do outside. Once when Mataji, she told me, Prabhuji, I am doing 16 rounds. Very nice. Later on I asked her, when did you finish? I am doing. When do they get over? Throughout the day I do. Really? Throughout the day you are chanting? Very nice. How are you chanting? The Prabhupada machine you gave, na? I on that. You are chanting or Prabhupada is chanting? I am chanting. Whenever I keep hearing, you told, na? We should hear. You should chant, we should hear. I am hearing. You are hearing, but you should chant also. No, I am chanting also. I am doing my work. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada is chanting, I am also chanting. So he calculated. How much time does one mantra Prabhupada takes? And did he do 16 rounds? So I also did 16 rounds. Hare Krishna. That is why we need association. Somebody has to tell what you are doing is right or wrong. Because he might even conclude that I am doing right only. False ego is like that, right? When Jugal Kishore Prabhu was telling, Jugal Kishore Prabhu or Balwant Prabhu, I don't know. One Mataji told, I finished my rounds. 15 minutes I finished my 16 rounds. What? 15 minutes? This is like unbelievable record. People, devotees go through phases. Some Hussein Bolts are there in devotees. You will try to finish one round within 4 minutes. They will keep a stopwatch. Over, finish. 4 minutes. Prabhuji, 1 hour, I am so efficient. I finished 16 rounds. Saraswati Mata is sitting on it. Em cheppina or naina. Where is Krishna there? Where is Hare there? Where is Rama there? He mixed everything. Right? People do all kinds of things. So this Mother, I'm finishing 16 hours in 15 minutes. Prabhuji asked, what did you chant? HK, HK, KK, HK, HK, abbreviation, mantra abbreviation. And she's convinced she's doing it. And when you go and tell that kind of devotee, no, Mother, Prabhuji, Bhavagrahi Janardana. Mantra also added now. Bhavagrahi Janardana. Krishna will understand what I'm doing. Hare Krishna. Anyway, that is the friendly nature of Srila Prabhupada. That he made sure that everybody is comfortable around Prabhupada. He did not make anybody uncomfortable. Right? How can one devotee have all these qualities? At the same time, very fixed on his vows. No compromise on philosophy. No compromise on philosophy. And his kind of preaching, the kind of bold preaching that Prabhupada did, enabled his disciples to, look at him and glorify. They used to bring people to Prabhupada. That Prabhupada is going to give them left, right and center now. And Prabhupada will do that also. To some people he would do that also. Left, right and center he will give. And then everybody will shout, Jai Prabhupada! Prabhupada did it. Right? He can do anything to anyone. And Prabhupada showed preaching means like Simha Guru. My Gurudev was like a Simha Guru. Prabhupada would tell. Right? And he would also preach like that. Recently I sent one lecture. I think yesterday I played that little bit clip. My God, only Prabhupada can do that. You don't try to repeat it, you'll be beaten if you try to repeat what Prabhupada did. You cannot. See, many people say Prabhupada is calling rascal. What kind of sadhu is he? Sadhu means so merciful, he can't tell like that. Prabhus and Matajis, Prabhupada has a right to say rascal because he used to cook for those devotees also, he used to clean their plates also. He took care of them like their grandfather also. So he can tell rascal. Are you doing all that? There's one devotee, I don't want to name. He started repeating like Prabhupada. Every lecture, rascal. Hare Bapre. Why? It's like enacting. You cannot enact great souls. You can follow their footsteps. You're not that merciful like Srila Prabhupada. So you should be very careful. Okay, what is the next quality? Ajata Satrava. Meaning, inimical to none. Nobody. So here you can say, he never retaliated, continued preaching. He was never an enemy to anyone. So many people objected, commented, but Prabhupada never became inimical to anybody. He never told his disciples, make sure that fellow is taken care. Or do some dharna and try to do this. Never. Prabhupada never became inimical to anyone. You understanding what I'm saying? Becoming inimical. You become envious. You actually plan for somebody's downfall. You actually plan for somebody's damage. Prabhupada would never do that. Even though people were inimical on him. In one of the Rath Yatras, I think in Australia, I don't remember exactly which one, but they got direct messages that tomorrow if your Swamiji will come, he will be killed. He'll be killed. It's a very serious thing. Tomorrow morning is Rath Yatra and Prabhupada has to come and then Prabhupada went and told Prabhupada, they have told that tomorrow they are going to kill. And in between a crowd, if you are killed, you won't even know who killed. It's a very dangerous thing. And Prabhupada, what did he do? He said, I'm coming. Krishna is there. Rakhe Krishna Mare Koe, Mare Krishna. I'm coming. Prabhupada came. All devotees were so worried. Prabhupada told, don't worry. We are here. Jagannath is there. It's very important because all these devotees have done so much effort. I want to acknowledge that effort. I want to be there. He came. He came to the Rath Yatra. But did he tell, make sure that if they come and attack me, you attack them? No. One person was shouting in between the lecture. Prabhupada is giving a lecture, he's shouting, Swamiji, you are this, Swamiji, you are that, he was shouting. And Prabhupada just waiting for him to finish and he continues the lecture. Waiting for him to finish and continues the lecture. One devotee got very angry. I think it was Brahmananda Prabhu, I think. One of the memories he was saying. He got very angry. He caught hold of the devotee. This devotee was a very big devotee. So he caught hold of that person, dragged him outside the room and threw him outside. Don't you dare to come inside again and disturb our Swamiji. And he came and sat. Prabhupada just looked at all of this. And so he said, okay, let me continue. He continued. And immediately big sound came. Big sound came. And they went and saw. What happened? That person whom he dragged outside, he took one stone and broke the whole mirror of the temple. The main door mirror. Then Prabhupada told, this is what happens. It was okay if he was shouting. What is the big deal? Now he took him outside, he broke the whole mirror. That's okay. Sit down. We'll see. He continued with the lecture. Sunday feast continued. Can you imagine? There is a mirror there. Somebody comes and breaks the mirror. What will happen now? Huh? Class over. Immediate. Mahaprasade going. Prabhu, at least now you stop. Mirror broke. Prabhupada, he would just accept it. He had no enemies. Prabhupada had no enemies. People were envious of him. Prabhupada says some of his own god brothers misunderstood him. But the end of his life, he called all his god brothers and god sisters in Vrindavan and he apologized. Please forgive me. I was only trying to serve my Guru Maharaj. Please forgive my words. I didn't mean anything for you. Who will do that, Prabhupada Mataji? After all the blasphemy they did in name of Prabhupada? So many bad things are spoken about Prabhupada by his own god brothers and god sisters. Nobody supported him. He went through so much and he was not inimical to a single person. And when one of his god brothers came asked Prabhupada in the last days when he was barely speaking few words, Swamiji, koi ichha hai? Koi ichha nahi. I have no complaints, I have no desires, I have nothing. I am fully satisfied. I am fully satisfied. Right? That is the nature, that is the heart of a devotee. He is completely peaceful in midst of all that. So many things are happening in ISKCON. To open one temple, now ISKCON Cyberabad, we are thinking, this will happen, that will happen, how will it happen? Prabhupada opened 108 temples, Prabhu is in Math. It's 108 temples, and out of the 108 temples, only 3 are in India. 105 temples outside India in 9 years. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He could do because he has these qualities. He's tolerant, he's merciful, he's friendly. He's not inimical to anyone. What is the next quality? Shanta. Shanta means peaceful. He's always peaceful. In Germany, they broke the temple to pieces. Prabhupada started the temple, part. They completely broke the temple to pieces. It came in the newspapers that Hare Krishna's, the temple is broken. And disciples came to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, this happened. What do you think we should do? We should go and appeal against the government? Look at this. What happened? Look at this. Prabhupada looked at the papers and he smiled. Prabhupada? Yeah, can't you see? They have written Hare Krishna on the paper. Today, entire Germany is reading Hare Krishna. It's a different mode altogether. Disciples are like, Swamiji, your temple is broken. Yeah. Make sure devotees are taken care and everything. But Hare Krishna is written. Our greatest preaching happened. My God. And disciples of Prabhupada are also like that. There is one disciple, his name is Pyare Mohan Prabhu. He is a temple president of ISKCON, Hartford, Connecticut. Right? And a very wonderful devotee. He does magic. with his hands, that magic shows he does. That is his profession. In children birthday parties, he goes and does magic and all that. And a very jovial person, extremely jovial person. Sometimes when Chaitanya Charan Prabhu in his classes, he tells, one Western disciple cracked a joke on me. It's Pyare Mohan Prabhu, most of the time. Not every time, but most of the time. So I am living I used to live in Boston, so I used to travel to Hartford, Connecticut. And Prabhuji's wife, she used to cook the best feast on the planet. How big is the temple? 1/3 of this hall. Prabhu, I thought this is the smallest ISKCON center. That is a temple, 1/3 of this hall is ISKCON Hartford, Connecticut. It's a house. It's his own house. Ground floor is temple, first floor is to live. And his Mataji would make a feast. Hartford, Connecticut feast is one of the best Sunday feasts. Right? And then look at this. When it used to snow, right? When it snows in the East Coast, they send big messages out. Oh, tomorrow, this establishment is closed because snowstorm is coming. Like that. They will send a message and it will go all over the place. The message all over the place. This Pyare Mohan Prabhu, what he would do, he will wait for the storm. As soon as storm is coming, immediately he will write to the government authorities. Please put the message that tomorrow Hartford, Connecticut ISKCON temple is closed. Nobody cares. Nobody knows it is there also. But he's using the storm to run a line below that ISKCON Connecticut is closed tomorrow. See the intelligence of devotee? Right? He was using that as a medium publicity. Just imagine some American is switching channels, and when these messages come, they come across channels. It's not like in one channel the message will come. It's like a compulsory bar that will keep going down continuously. And every 5 minutes you are seeing, ISKCON Connecticut Hartford is closed because of storm. ISKCON Connecticut. Somebody is sitting there. What is ISKCON? What is ISKCON? He'll browse what is ISKCON. He becomes a devotee. That is the intelligence of a devotee. He can think of anything for serving Krishna. That is the kind of mood that Prabhupada gave to the devotees. Yena kena prakarana. Do whatever you want. Give Krishna to people. And the kind of things that Prabhupada did, nobody in the history of Vaishnavism did it. Book distribution at this scale. My God. Have you seen any book distributors like that anywhere else? Nobody else. Only Christian missionaries do something like that. But look at the way ISKCON. Today ISKCON is a big threat for many people because ISKCON is the only organization which is spreading scriptural knowledge and culture together to the whole world. Many other organizations are selling meditation, yoga, some stones. They are selling here and there. But ISKCON is not doing that. Pure devotional service, pure festival, pure prasadam. If a devotee comes to you, you will definitely get something. He'll come and ask, can you take this book? Can you take this book? No, I already have it. Okay, can you take this small book? I already have it. Okay, can you take this little mantra card? Take the mantra card. And also take this little prasad. Something you'll get. If ISKCON devotee is coming close to you, something you'll get. That is the mood. Where did that mood come from? Srila Prabhupada. He made sure. He came to Hyderabad. Prabhupada came to Hyderabad. He saw drought. He saw children eating near the dustbins. And Prabhupada told. Hyderabad is a place where Prabhupada told that nobody in some square kilometer, I forgot how many square kilometers. 10 square kilometers, something like that? Huh? Nobody in 10 square kilometers around the temple should be hungry. He told his disciples, do prasad vitarana like that. It happened in Hyderabad. Right? So many things. Prabhupada was very bold.
Prabhuji said that at the same time, Prabhupada really stayed and prayed. Rain came.
Rain came, yeah. That is another thing. Yeah, of course, that's a very famous incident. Channa Reddy, the chief minister, he wrote to Srila Prabhupada that Swamiji, please come, because our state is going through horrible times. These are real, letters are there, Prabhu, letters are there. And Prabhupada writes to Channa Reddy that, please organize a pandal. I am coming with my disciples, I will do kirtan. in Gymkhana grounds in Secunderabad. And government is organizing a pandal. And the whole city is coming there. And Prabhupada did kirtan, Prabhu's and Mataji's. It was drought for years. There was no water. There was no rain. Within hours of Prabhupada starting kirtan, the clouds came together. It poured in Hyderabad. Poured. I mean, you are thinking it's all, Prabhuji kuch bhi bolte. Nahi re baba, hua hai. We can't believe, right? See, this is the problem. You know, I'll tell you, ISKCON, the way it started, the humble started in 1965, registered in 67, and now it is 2026. There are thousands of temples around. Just imagine 500 years from now. What is the year now? 2026. 2526. ISKCON is there in every town and village. Everybody is chanting Hare Krishna. Take na? Huh? Rath Yatras are happening everywhere. Janmashtami is happening everywhere. And one person comes and says, you know how this started? One old person at the age of 80, 70, he went on Jaladut. Joking, kya baat kar raha tha? Not possible. Like when we see a Spider-Man movie, what do we say? Spider-Man, it's a joke. This is like some kind of cartoon. You can't believe these things. Prabhupada will go down in the books as a superhero who never existed. People will not believe, but he existed. You know, this time is separating. You won't believe what Prabhupada did. You can't imagine what Prabhupada did. You think, how is it possible for a single person to do all these things? He did. He traveled across the world. He was resolving. How many court cases were there against ISKCON? You know that? When you talk about peaceful, so many court cases, so many police complaints, so many, country level issues, so many iron curtain countries threatening Prabhupada. Prabhupada's entry was banned. The only place where Prabhupada could not go is Singapore. He was not allowed. Right? And he went to Russia. He was not allowed to come out of his room. He preached to one person. That one person became a devotee and made the entire country devotee. That is the potential of Prabhupada. And was he peaceful? Was Prabhupada peaceful? Hare Krishna. Nothing touched him. Court cases. Sannyasi fall downs. Sannyasi, some of them fell down. Even when Prabhupada was there. Did it get affected? Of course he got affected, but he didn't show anywhere. He was continuously going ahead. He was going ahead. Book after book. Country after country. And that was a bold preaching of Prabhupada. Prabhupada welcoming is one of the greatest thing. Greatest thing. Like Prabhupada is coming means devotees would do competition. Our welcoming should be best than any other temple welcoming. Right? There will be Matajis and some devotees literally hanging on the floor to put flowers. When Prabhupada is coming in, once in Delhi, Prabhupada came. This one Prabhupada disciple shared with me. I had invited that disciple. I forgot Prabhuji's name. So sorry. His Prabhupada came to ISKCON Delhi. There, all devotees, they kept all the petals and this and that, and they were ready. That Prabhupada is going to come now. He'll come this route and we'll shower him with flowers, and Prabhupada will. And the Prabhupada's car stopped, and he was supposed to come like this. I don't know what was the pathway or something. Suddenly Prabhupada is not there. Where did Swamiji go? He was supposed to enter from this room. We were all waiting with the flowers. He's not there. Where did he go? He went basement. He went to the kitchen. Prabhupada just goes directly to the kitchen. And devotees in the kitchen, they are like, we could not go for welcoming of Prabhupada. We are cooking this thing, we are cutting this thing, we are doing this thing. And suddenly, Prabhupada! He is directly into the kitchen. And he goes to this devotee. And he asks, where do you buy vegetables? We go to this Monday. No. You should not go there. On this day of the week, you find good vegetables, go to that market. And where do you buy oil? Where do you buy this? Prabhupada is speaking to the cook. And all devotees are chanting, Jai Prabhupada, where is Prabhupada? Right? And Prabhupada is discussing. Why? Because Prabhupada stayed in Delhi. Prabhupada knew where vegetables are found, fresh vegetables, on which day they are found, how much they are costing, everything he knows. And he is going, and his first business is, because I am in Delhi, I want to make sure they are buying groceries from the right place at the right rate. And then Prabhupada discusses all that thing, and then comes out and then enters the temple. And then everyone, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Where did Prabhupada go? Nobody knows. Mood of Prabhupada is very different. Very peaceful. In between all midst of all this, he was not affected at all. Right? Completely Shanta. And then Sadhu Bhushana. Sadhu Bhushana means what? Greatest characteristics. Right? The greatest sublime characteristics. Adorned, Sadhu Bhushana. Adorned with sublime characteristics. Characteristics of what? Sticking to the scriptures. Prabhupada never deviated from a single scripture. Right? He never compromised on a single Vaishnava philosophy. And he gave everything. Whatever we need is there in the purports of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was not just like that writing purports. He made sure with every single shloka, he knew that his books will be read for the next 5,000 years. Or more. Prabhupada knew that. He told his disciples, please make sure my translation is correct. Because he was doing on dictaphone. And it's very difficult to translate when you do it on dictaphone. And once one disciple went and asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, when you are doing on dictaphone, you are giving a long gap. When you give a long gap, we are missing the flow. Like Prabhupada would say, something like, I'm just reading here, I'm just speculating, like Prabhupada says here, a devotee travels all over the country from door to door preaching, be Krishna conscious. And then he said, be a devotee of Lord Krishna. Long gap, right? In between. When you are doing it on dictaphone, it's very difficult. The person, he's playing it and he's writing it and long gap comes and again. So they are doing translation as Prabhupada is going around the world. And he asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, can you make sure long gap is not there? And Prabhupada told, I cannot write. I cannot say like that. I meditate on what I should write. Because that will stay for the next 5,000 years. Prabhupada told. Why I give a gap is because I think what I want to tell. It is not like he's just speaking whatever that he got. No. And he used to carry the translated literatures of so many acharyas with him wherever he goes. One of the biggest suitcase that would go with Prabhupada wherever he goes. Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj translations, books, Bengali, Sanskrit, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, Sridhar Swami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And Prabhupada, I don't know if you've seen that video, he has like 20 books on his table. And one dictaphone like this, and one lamp like this. And he's opening this, opening that, opening this, and then he's telling from that. So Prabhupada and Mataji, the purport that you're reading here, it is a garland of the entire Sampradaya. Entire Sampradaya. So if you read Prabhupada's purports, you don't need to read from anybody else. It is not a fanatic statement to say, follow me. When Prabhupada says, read my purports, he means you don't need to go anywhere else. I've already done that work for you. Shankaracharya says, right? Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dokta Gopalanandana Parthovata Sudhir Bhukta Dukta Gita Murtam Hari. You can't read all the Upanishads, you fool. Just sit and read Bhagavad Gita. That's enough. And Prabhupada is saying, you can't read all the commentaries of all acharyas. I have done that job for you. It's already there. Just read my purports and that's enough. Sadhu Bhushana. And created, is so saintly that he did not want to become the only person who represents ISKCON. He did not name the organization on his own name. He could have written Srila Prabhupada Mission. Or he could have written Srila Prabhupada Temples or something. People know ISKCON, many people don't know Prabhupada even today. And Prabhupada and Mataji, it is our job as his grandchildren that we should make sure our grandfather also becomes popular. It is our job. In our satsangs, we should give time. Okay, Krishna Katha, Rama Katha, Srila Prabhupada Katha. Very important. Because he did not give time for that. It's our duty to do that. And when we do Srila Prabhupada Katha, I don't know how many here are listening, but Jagannath is listening. Right? He is very happy today. Because my devotees Katha you are speaking. The glories of my devotee you are speaking. Yes. When you do Rama Katha, Hanumanji is dancing. And when you do Hanumanji Katha, Ramji is dancing. Ramji is very happy. My Hanumanji, he did so much for me. You know? The same way, when we speak about Srila Prabhupada, Lord Krishna is very happy. And that also melts our hearts. And what all he did for us. What all he did for us. So much. He established GBC. Of course, he already established Gita, Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, GBC. But apart from that, he also established an organization called GBC. And he appointed so many devotees that you run this GBC, make sure that the standards are followed. He created a structure. He made sure that the organization is sustainable. It continues. Today, are there issues in ISKCON? Of course, there will be issues in ISKCON because we are in Kali Yuga. Prabhupada made one statement. ISKCON cannot be brought down by anybody from outside. If ISKCON has to be brought down, it will be brought down only from inside. And who are inside? We. All of us are inside. Even if there are 100 differences, we continue. Even if there are 100 challenges, we continue. Looking at Srila Prabhupada, my grandfather did so much for me. Why can't I tolerate this? Why can't I be peaceful? Why should I find faults in devotees? Yeah? Prabhuji and Matajis. We read this shloka today. Let's say the translation once again. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures. And all his characteristics are sublime. And who translated this? Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is translating this. But is he thinking that I am this person? That is the greatness of Prabhupada. He always gave the credit to others. He always gave the credit to others. We should also learn this. Let us do our services giving credit to Srila Prabhupada, giving credit to other devotees, glorify other devotees for what they are doing. Right? And I am seeing that trend is following even now. When some sadhus, like I recently had a call with His Holiness Bhakti Prem Swami Maharaj. On Ugadi morning he called me. I was doing my chanting and suddenly get a call. Bhakti Prem Maharaj, Hare Krishna. And then Maharaj, so he is going in a train. Where is he going? He is going to Haridwar on Yatra. And then he said, Lilananda Prabhu, this Mataji, she lives in Gachibowli and she is looking for association. Should I ask her to come to your satsang? So Maharaj, what? Please, it's our service, our privilege to serve. Then immediately, you talk to Mataji. He gave the phone to her. Then she was like, Roji, I'm working here many years. I'm interested. Can I join? I said, where do you stay? She told, I stay in this locality. I told Mataji, there is Sundar Keshav Prabhu who is doing satsang there close by. There is Prannath Krishna Prabhu who is doing satsang here close by. There is this, Madhav Charan Prabhu. You wondering who are these people or what? They all exist. They are the initiated names now, right? I'm also taking this opportunity to memorize their names, right? So they're all this, and she has so many devotees. Satsang, so there are wonderful devotees around you. Please come and we'll. So Maharaj was very happy, and Maharaj told, "Okay, Lilananda Prabhu, I am also adding 10 schools to my list, Rath-yatra list." He said, okay, Maharaj, very nice. So he kept the phone down. Well, Mataji, we are so fortunate. I feel guilty when somebody like that calls me. On the whole world, how are you calling me? How are you even remembering me? And if devotees remember you, if devotees are remembering you, your life is successful. Full. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. They should just remember you. They should remember and tell that I want to go there. Right? I was having a call with His Grace Gaurang Darshan Prabhu. And this time Gaurang Darshan Prabhu was telling, I want to go to this devotee. I want to go to that devotee. I want to go. He knows all of us. Right? So is our life successful? Yes or no? Yes or no? Successful. It is successful. He told me, so Prabhu, you can keep one in my home Ankura. You can keep in Raju Prabhu's house. He told specifically, I like the satsang in Raju Prabhu's house. Very sweet satsang. I want to go there. Cheppidi madhu, and I was doing my calculations and keeping the whole schedule. I show you the schedule. Somewhere here it is there. Yeah, this is the schedule of Prabhuji. When he comes, where he stays. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. 12th is going away. Right? So all programs, make sure that is going to so many Ankura is coming on 11th of April. Saturday morning, 8:30 to 10:30. Right? So he's giving online classes in between, so many places. Where is he going to stay? He's going to stay here. So why am I showing this? I'll share this. I shared this in the DCS group. All the leaders, wonderful leaders sitting here. I shared it here. Please go through it. Please go through it and let me know if there are any. And he has also given topics. What is he going to do in the morning? And next two Sundays feast. Make sure you're alive. Don't die. Because he's giving a topic, why difficulty in chanting? Why difficulty in chanting? He himself told the topic. See, it's there. Yeah. Why difficulty in chanting part 1? Then why difficulty in chanting part 2? Right? 2.5 hour lectures he is giving. So, Hare Krishna. Just finishing. So, why am I showing all this to you? Is because devotees are thinking about us. Devotees are thinking about us. And when they are thinking about us, Krishna is thinking about us. As simple as that. Make sure devotees are thinking about you for a positive reason. That's the only thing we have to do. They can think for negative reasons also. But no devotee thinks for negative reasons. But making sure they are enthusiastic to come here. They are enthusiastic to come here. Chaitanya Charan Prabhu wants to come. Gaurang Darshan Prabhu wants to come. Radhesham Prabhu wants to come. Why they want to come? Why they want to come? Because we have a good face cut. Like this. Why they want to come? Because we have good lighting here. Ah, what a lighting. Blinking lighting also. Right? Why they want to come? Come on. Next 2 minutes. I want to know. Why sadhus want to come here? Enthusiastically we are ready to serve. We are not sitting here. I have done everything. Now you talk, I'll listen. No. That's not why we are coming. They like to go to places where there is enthusiasm. And enthusiasm can be seen by them. They look into our eyes. They know these people are not faking it. They have enthusiasm. These grahasthas, they are burning themselves to serve Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada told a grahastha who dedicates his life for Krishna is better than a sannyasi. These are the words of Prabhupada. A grahastha who dedicates his life, in spite of going and earning outside, doing a job, all the insecurities, financial troubles, house-related chores, children, family, so many challenges. In spite of that, when he takes the time out and his quality time, his time he gives for Krishna and starts increasing the services for Srila Prabhupada, for Guru, for Krishna. You think Krishna will not acknowledge his provision monthlies? Prabhupada told, I will come and take you from the back door into Goloka Vrindavan. Prabhupada, the words of Prabhupada. We should believe in these words. Okay, I'm bad. Okay, there are bad thoughts. Okay, I'm lusty. Okay, let Krishna take care of that. I'm working on it. I'll continue to work on it. That should be our spirit. Never give up. He has not given up. Why are we giving up? Right? So continue. So, we have, I'm concluding, so we have this Rath Yatra brochures, school Rath Yatra brochures, they're right ready in front of you. Right? Let me show the video. Our Lakshmikant Prabhu has made a video. Yes. It should. My God, what happened? I don't know what happened. What is the... Yes. What just happened to Microsoft? Why? I didn't do anything. How should I remove this? Krishna. Anyway, let me... Don't see what you're not supposed to see. Wait, where is the sound coming from? This is a video I'm going to send to all of you. Right? I'll send a downloadable version and also YouTube version. This is YouTube version. Okay, so I think it is below, right? Sorry. Wait a second. I don't want to break another. Hare Krishna. Somewhere here the mic should be. I don't know. Wait.
Very honored and blessed.
The principal of Neeraj International School. On behalf of my team and my students at my school, I want to thank Lilananda Prabhuji.
I hope everybody understands what is the beautiful part of this Jagannath Yatra.
I really felt like I was in Orissa and it was happening in front of me. It was an amazing moment.
Jai Jagannath. It was a really great moment for all of us.
Thank you so much for coming to us.
Haribol. So far we have last year we did 40 Rath Yatras. So the screen here, it shows, how do I view full page, right? How do I do it? Huh? F11? I pressed it, I don't know what happened.
This and collapse this ribbon.
This one?
Collapse the ribbon. Full screen mode.
Full screen mode, okay. Okay, great, yeah. So if you can see here, Provision Matajis, these are the community Rath Yatra we are doing just for the pleasure of all the devotees. My Home Krishi, Aparna, whole 5 communities in a very unique way. Dasraj Prabhu is planning this time. Aparna Lake Breeze, Silver Oaks, Avenues, Gardenia, Boulevard, BHL Ramalayam, BHL New MIG, My Home Ankura, My Home Tridasha, Gautami Enclave, Green Grace Apartments, My Home Vihanga, and you have Aparna Sarovar Zenith, Manjira Diamond Tower, Sarigol, and Lansa Mitania, Matrushi Nagar, Nizampet Ramalayam. 18 different communities, right? Communities and colonies. Actually more. Maybe I did not sort it properly. Yeah. So wait a second. Let me sort by. We'll do that. Wait a second. So we have 3 categories. One is community, school, and colony. So community, we are doing in how many communities? Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. We are doing in almost how many? I don't know why the count is not showing up here. Because it's full screen. So, okay. So here are the communities we are doing, and let me make sure. Yeah, My Home Vihanga, Aparna Zenith, Lansam, My Home Avatar, NCC Urban, Muppa Alankrita, Rajpushpa Regalia, Seven Hills, My Home Jewel, Muppa Indraprastha, and Tena, Alien Space Station, Muppa Melody, Aditya DSR, Lakeside, My Home Sayuk, first community, first Rath Yatra, and Raga Villas, Radhe Raga Villas, small Rath Yatra, but still we are planning to do. Rajapushpa, new community again. So Provision Matajis, I can just tell you that it's more than 38 communities we are doing this time. 38. Right? And colonies. These are different colonies. We are doing Rath Yatra in BHL Ramalayam, new BHL MIG, Gautami Enclave, Matrushi Nagar, Nizampet Ramalayam, Manikonda Ramalayam, Pragati Nagar, Prabhuji is staying there. We are seeing what we can do, small or big Rath Yatra. And Krishna Temple, new office space, right close by here. Prasad Prabhu preaches children there. Osman Nagar, Shivalayam, this is something that Raghunandan Prabhu is planning. And Kollur village. Roger Mathis, don't think we are making a list. You know how many people will get to see Jagannath? Thousands, right? So these are the colonies, and last time we did it in?
Probably last to confirm.
Confirmed, Haribol, we'll change that status. I'll have a call with all of you. So last time we did in 10 schools. This time we have earmarked to do in many schools. Some schools are already confirmed. Saraswati Vidyaniketan school, I'm yet to hear the confirmation. Yeah, you have to confirm, okay. We'll have that call separately. But there is some Chaitanya school and Panchajanya preschool, then Sunflower School, Diamond Point, Sunflower Vedic School, Neeraj International School, Neeraj Public School, Sai High School, Vidya Bharati School, BHL Vidya Bharati, another BHL Exit 2, and Vidya Bharati RC Puram, Vidya Bharati BHL 2, Vidya Bharati Patancharu, Sprout School in Chandanagar, Vijaya School, AS Rao Nagar, Sri Chaitanya Pupalagoda School, and Surya Global School, Vigyan School, Nizampet, Avian School, Gauli Doti, this is still being worked upon, and Rajdhani School, Nizampet, Shivram School, Nizampet, Neeraj Pre-Primary School, Begumpet, and DPS School, Bachpan Play School, Bachpan Play, Miapur and Matrushi Nagar, Mount Litera Z School, DAV School in Miapur, and 5 Elements International School and Narayana School, Nalla Gandla. Hari Bol, Prabhujis and Matajis. Loud Hari Bol. This is a new revolution, Prabhujis and Matajis. This is a new revolution. We all are part of this revolution. And when Chaitanya Charitamrita will be written again in some planet, all the names of leaders will be there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm not kidding this. I'm not glorifying just for the sake of saying. Everybody who served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his prophecy that his name will be chanted across the world, and every devotee who has done it, who has actively been part of it, will go into history books. Right? And Hyderabad is the first city where we are endeavoring more than 75 Rath Yatras in one single location. One single location. And all of you are doing it. Every single devotee here is a leader of Srila Prabhupada. The same most merciful, most magnanimous Acharya is looking at all of us today. And I'm sure he is very pleased. That is the reason all these are happening. These cannot happen without the Ashirvad, without the mercy of great Acharyas. Whatever we are doing, the planning, I don't know how these schools are coming. I have never even went to one school. You all are going and bringing. How is it happening? Something extraordinary is happening. Let us keep the enthusiasm. This can be our last life in this cycle of birth and death. Haribol! Done! Ho gaya! Khatam! We are done. How many wanted to be done? Khatam karo. Bas, bahut ho gaya. Again you want to take birth? Anybody here? No. Done. You do one Rath Yatra, you are done. You make one Rath for Krishna. You make one Rath for that Jagannath. And he will make a Rath for you to take you back to his house. He will come in a Rath. And you will come out of your body. Your soul is standing there. Jagannath will come. Chalo, Rath is ready. Jagannath, Rath for me? Yes, you made a Rath for me. I brought a Rath for you. Right? Prabhu, this is not some kind of speculation. This is the reciprocation of Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord stood on the Rath to give guidance to Arjuna. And Supreme Lord will stand on the Rath of our lives. And he will give guidance to all of us how we are going to exit this cycle of birth and death. He will take us back. All we have to do, enthusiastically continue to do what you are doing. Right? Continue to do whatever you are doing. And when great sannyasi Maharajas like Jayapataka Swami Maharaj or Lokanath Swami Maharaj, when we go and give them update like Radhanath Swami Maharaj, when we go and tell Bhakti Raghav Maharaj that we are doing this, what I see? I see a big smile. Yes. Half devotees on the other side are fighting with each other saying this territory is mine, this temple is mine, this center is mine, this devotee is mine, this book is mine, this is mine. And another devotee is coming and telling, Maharaj, we are doing 75 Rath Yatras for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Like, Jai! Do this! This is what world needs. This is what we in ISKCON need to do. Issues will be there, problems will be there, disappointments will be there. But in midst of all of this, we are making our way back to Krishna just like Ganga makes her way back to the ocean. Right? In midst of everything, she goes ahead. In the same way, we are also going ahead. And I request all of you to be enthusiastic about it. We have 4 months lines, 4 months ahead we are doing this planning. And we are building the medium scale Rath also now. Right? Some Raths are small Raths, some medium scale Raths. And I request all of you to be part of this enthusiastically. Right? How do I come out of this full screen mode?
Escape.
No, it's not escaping. I don't know. Okay, maybe this one now. Yeah. Yes, I found my way out. Okay. So here is the Provision Mataji. So here is the form. Last week I showed. This is the form. You can sponsor this Rath Yatra. Right? You can sponsor this Rath Yatra. One school Rath Yatra you can sponsor, or half the school Rath Yatra you can sponsor. And you don't need to give the money now. I know software people go bankrupt by the time 20th comes. Right? Again, first you will become very rich. But I'm not saying you have to give now. You can give later also. But you just need to commit. You just need to commit. Yes, I want to do this service. How much you can do? 5,000 rupees you can do. By doing 5,000 rupees, you are part of one school's Rath Yatra. Right? We have 4 months now. Each month, keep 1,000 aside for Krishna. Last month, 2,000, 5,000 or 10,000. Right? So here I have created this form. I would like to sponsor for the school Rath Yatra. Yes or no?
Yes.
He heard it. My name, my mobile number, sponsor for the Rath Yatra. How much? I just want to do 25,000 for the whole Rath Yatra. One school in my name, 800 students chanting Jai Jagannath. I have sponsored it. Right? Just one sponsorship. Half Rath Yatra, 12,500. Or part of the Rath Yatra. I am part of it. It doesn't matter whether full or half. You are part of it or no. Yes, I am part of it. Yes? And you can, if you made the payment, you can write the date. Right? And any school, I want to propose, you can propose. And I will give you the contribution now, April 1st week, May 1st week, June 1st week, July 1st week. It's your time. And it's a ISKCON bank account. Our Sri Gopal Prabhu is managing it. All the funds will come into that. And we'll use those funds, allocating that for all the school Rath Yatras. Right? And And whoever is preaching you, whichever satsang you are going, like Pranath Krishna Prabhu you are going, or any Prabhu you are going, you can write that name, right? So, are you all there in the Aratte group? How many Prabhujis are not there? Are you all there? How many here are not there in the Aratte group? Not there in the Aratte group. Okay, there are I think 5 of you who are not there. You can come and meet. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. You can meet this Prabhuji. Everybody else, I request. Okay, I can also do it. I'm going to forward this now. I'm going to forward. How should I forward this?
You can just show the.
Just share the form, right? No. Can somebody forward it in the Aratte group right now? The sponsorship link? Right? So I'll just chant, let us chant. In the meantime, who is forwarding? Raghunandan Prabhu. In your Aratte group of Gachibowli Satsang, this form is going to come and I will chant. As soon as it is done, I'll keep chanting. In the next 5 minutes, do what best you can. We are just looking for a commitment. You can fulfill that commitment later. No problem. ठीक है ना? Even a small commitment is good enough. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You're not able to find the form? My phone is there. Yeah. No, you don't have it? I think this is the form here. How do I send it?
Share.
I'm not seeing that share button anywhere.
Copy the link. Copy the URL.
This one? No, this is not the link.
Yes, that's the link.
Huh? This is the link? Okay. So I'm going to Aratai, I'm going to Gachibowli Satsang, and where is Gachibowli Satsang? Here. Okay. There's this doc, it is saying. No, that's not the link. That's not the link. Will somebody help me? Experts? I had sent this in the past. You sent it? It's coming? Form has come? Okay, the form is opening. Haribol. So you all can start the exercise while I keep chanting, and here the list will keep growing as you start committing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की श्री निताय गौरांग भगवान की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. So thank you. I don't want to show who all sponsored. That's not the goal. I just wanted all of you to participate. ठीक है ना? So somebody could not participate by money. No problem. For Jagannath, money doesn't matter. What Jagannath wants is your participation in service also, money also, every way. Whichever way you can participate, please be participant of this. I'll send the form. It's there with you. You can again think how much you want to do. And we're also making ruts, which will announce later. That's another great opportunity. We all want to buy a nice car for our family, right? Everybody wants to buy a nice car for our family. Let's make one car for Prabhupada also, you know. But let's make one cart for Jagannath also. In a small way. We are trying to do that medium scale. It's still happening. Design work is going on right now. So when that is ready, I will also come and announce. Hare Krishna. Right? So I want to request everybody, last announcement, just sit down. Just sit down. If you're standing, you're obstructing somebody's view. Yeah. So Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So here are the brochures. Each one is coming from our hard-earned collected donations. So humbly request, don't waste these brochures giving it to anybody and everybody. We have close to how many, bro? 50 brochures. Lakshmikant Prabhu has designed these brochures. Right? So here is the brochure. It has a beautiful title, and there is how we do Rath Yatra. You can read this. You can read how we do Rath Yatra, what are the steps involved, and some pictures of the previous Rath Yatra, Sunflower Vedic School, and here Neeraj International School, and here Vidya Bharati School. As you can see, all the things, festivities, and once again Neeraj International, more pictures. And again, what do we need from you, from the school? Exact steps. What do we need? We need nothing. We just want you to allow us to come and do the Rath Yatra. And all of us will become part of this. Every single person sitting here will be part of one Rath Yatra in a very important place, in a very important position.
We'll make sure that kind of allocation happens. It's very simple. Provided we have a heart to do, we will find it. Right? So every weekday, all the school Rath Yatras will happen on weekdays. And community and colony Rath Yatras will happen on the weekend. Weekdays, all you have to do, go to the school by 7:30. Right? You get opportunity to go to school again. Go at 7:30. And you have to come out of the school at 10:30. That's all. 3 hours you are at that school. Rath is decorated. It is pulled by the students. And nicely teachers, principal, everybody is dancing. Jai Jagannath, everybody is chanting. Give the prasad to everybody. And you are done with the Rath Yatra. And the Rath comes to the next strategic location. And the whole Rath transportation department that's being taken care by Mansa Mataji and Dasraj Prabhu and many others. They are doing this total exercise. Right? So there is a lot of service. But we need your help. Can we all do this together? Yes, we all can do. When we want to do, we can do. Right? So I humbly request you to come and take these brochures and try to approach a school near your house. Your children's school, where your children are going. Don't hesitate. We should not hesitate to ask. They can hesitate to say no. Right? Beggars are the most comfortable people because they can beg anybody. We can go and beg. Please allow us to do this Rath Yatra. And show the videos of all the Rath Yatras we have done. I'll share this, video in the Lakshmikant Prabhu, can you put it in Narate right now? He's going to put it in Narate. You will have this video that we showed. You can show. You are not the only school who's doing. Many schools are doing. We have a long list of schools which have confirmed. You can also be part of it. So let us try to encourage as many schools to participate this year. And once we get a whole list of these schools, then we will make an analysis. Do we have so many Raths to do? Right? And depending on that, we will construct Raths. Medium scale Raths, not big Raths. Medium scale Raths, which will be as big as the size of a banana cart. People who sell banana, right? It will be as big as that, but as high as sky. Right? And as vibrant as Jagannath's Rath. Right? We'll make all that. And it will be not very expensive. People can sponsor also. One Rath in my family's name. And that Rath will be used for years and years and years. For all the schools. That is the idea. And one Rath which will not have accidents. We don't want any accidents. Unfortunate accidents have happened with big Raths. We want to make it very small. Simple, sublime, sweet, and everybody can do Rath Yatra in wherever they want. That is the idea. Right? So these Raths will be ready. But first we need to know the whole list of schools who are going to do it. Colonies and communities are already decided. Schools is what we are trying to target. We have 30 schools, many yet to be confirmed. Our target is at least 45 schools we want to touch. How many? 45 schools, right? Let us see how many we will be successful in doing. And once we have 45 schools, in how many days we have to do this 45 school Rath Yatras? 7 days. Right? That means 5 schools each day. And we can easily do 5 schools each day. Not at all a problem. Right? We can have 5 devotees going to one school, 50 devotees, done. Rath Yatra is done. Right? Are you all excited? No? Yes? Say loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya.
बोलो राउंड
डालेंगे. Hare Krishna. Sorry. Important announcement. Our Sri Gopal Prabhu has told, because after that we all will be dispersing. My humble request, when you are all part of this Arate group, please give the satsang counts.
Just for prasadam.
Today the count was 56, but we can see more than 200 devatas will come here. So please give your count so that we can make prasadam nicely. Right? So you are there in the group, you can see that 26 plus 1, 22 plus 2, you see that, right? That is for you only. You have to just write your number. And don't worry, once you give the number, Krishna will make sure that you are here. And by the way, while the kirtan is happening, I request Lakshmikant Prabhu to hold these brochures here. He will stand here in front of Jagannath. Prabhu, keep the brochures, pull the draw and keep the brochures on that. Everybody can come and collect these brochures. Right? And go and give it to the right. Devotees, schools whom you want to approach. Brochures are here. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Nada
विघ्नाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की, देव विष्णुपाद ब्रह्म आचार्य स्तोत्र जवान ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्म आचार्य स्तोत्र जवान ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। प्रेम से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगे मैया की जय। यमुने मैया की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। कलियुग पावन तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ट्रांसलेटर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। ट्रांसलेटर प्रसाद डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। निताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू असेंबल डिवोटीज। All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyo Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah। Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai। All devotees who are endeavoring for school Rath Yatras ki jai। Everybody who took the brochures ki jai। Everybody who are wanting to take to jai। Nitai Gaur Premanande। Hare Krishna। Today's prasadam is sponsored by Prabhuji Surendra Sham Prabhu. Hari Bol! Surendra Sham Prabhu and Sarasarathika Mataji. Hari Bol! Let's say loud three Hari Bol Sudan. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Both the couple, husband and wife, they got initiated last week.
And they have sponsored it for all who have got initiated.
And they have sponsored it for everybody got initiated. Hari Bol! Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Yes, Prabhu.
Next announcement.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji. I need 2 minutes of your dedicated attention now, please. Hare Krishna Mataji.